Villains. We're talking about villains. I was like, you know what's funny to me? With all of this Epstein stuff coming out and all this other crazy shit, I've never seen Darth Vader sexually assault somebody in a Star Wars property. I've never seen the major villain unzip their pants at the defeat. Like, none of that shit. So it's like...
You think he was doing it just behind Death Star?
It makes me look at it differently now, being like, yeah, he just be like, oh, just pull out. You're like, oh, no. But if you think about it, it's like shit like that, where it's like the actual evil shit is way more nefarious and like mundane versus this like grand evil narrative we got taught.
That's kind of a funny idea for premise, like Darth Vader. They're actually pretty like no sexual harassment was allowed at the Death Star. They were like, no, we'll blow up a planet, but we're gonna have to fire you. He said, being a stormtrooper,
genocide is
smack somebody's ass.
yeah. He's like, but the moment you degrade your fellow coworker, Carl, you've chose your fate.
Yeah, they don't talk about it, but the Empire had a lot of progressive policies that were overshadowed by the mass destruction of
just genocide. It was like, I mean, what's y'all... It's just space genocide. It's another planet. Like, what y'all mad about?
There's so many planets full of people.
There's so many planets. They just talking to me about gambling. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about over and under? Yeah. I'm like, the ball went over the hoop. It didn't go in the hoop. What are we talking about over and unders? And they're like, well, so-and-so statistically. I'm like, you're not watching the game.
They're just betting money on sports?
Yeah, you're not watching the game.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get our kids to play sports, but they don't know. Like, we never watched it. Like, there's no...
What sport are they trying to get into?
The little one, June, you talked to, is playing basketball now. So that's, she's on a team. She's the only girl on a team of, like, 9 boys. So it's just no...
It is annoying.
No experience. Yeah. But it's fun. We go over to school and we both try to play. You know, we're just like, just try. Just try things.
If you want tips on it, I was hooping with Chesney and his daughter because she's in the same boat. Where he's like, she just wants to get into basketball, and I'm like, it's kind of funny. I like my relationship with sports is funny because I think it's geared me a lot for comedy. Is I was around people who were way better at sports than me,
right? So
I wasn't the best player.
Oh, yeah.
And for that, it just made me kind of be around the culture, and I think over time, seeing that more. And getting able to grow with it. So then it's like the parts of like I love the hard work of it, the hard work and the camaraderie.
Oh yeah, I mean I respect it. Like I played when I was young. I played baseball. Mm-hmm. I was good at that, and then I quit and got into like skateboarding around like 5th or 6th grade. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is bullshit. You know, do like the punk rock thing. And then in hindsight, I'm like, sports are awesome. Like I should have the confidence, coordination, teamwork. Like I should have just kept doing it. I ran cross country and did like more just, solo stuff.
You still,
But, I do sort of see the value of that stuff now as a dad, like, because we're just very creative, like, family, like music, art.
Yeah, y'all are very creative.
Like, they're just crushing that. But I'm like, we don't really, like, they probably haven't seen a lot. Like, I do want them to, like, sports teaches you to, like, get into somebody's space and be assertive and
communicate, especially basketball. I'm always like, good basketball's yelling, talking.
Right, yeah.
Ball, check. Hey, baseline. There's a bunch of yelling and moving around, so yeah.
Yeah, so I see that my kids are kind of more like sensitive artists. I'm like, I don't know. It is what it is, but we're trying to like nudge them more into being an aggressive sports girl, you know?
Yeah,
like,
no, right. This is good.
You don't want people like getting into their spaces. The sports teaches you to like be assertive physically, which I want my daughters to have some capacity for.
And I feel like it helps art. I think a lot of times looking at historically the weird binary between an art and athlete is I'm like, a lot of the older cats did both. Like, when you look at them, they were like, oh, homie was like writing poetry, then chucking wood and such. Like you're saying, it helps both because it gives you that physical confidence. And also, too, it kind of helps you push beyond that mundanity. Because you hit a part when things are just kind of mundane. Everything you're making is like kind of meh. Mm-hmm. You're not really into it. And you have to find a new challenge. Yeah. And that way of like kind of competitive thinking with oneself is good to have. Most people don't do it. But it's a nice thing to be like, oh, I know this works. Let me try like this.
Yeah. I mean, most people don't do it either. Most people, like, the older you get, don't do any creative. People just watch shows and
isn't it sad?
Go to work and hate it. And isn't it sad? Like, I mean, you do all the stuff. You do the visual art. Yeah. The comedy. You have an actual job.
I know.
Where you have to do shit.
Thank you for saying this because I had this realization.
There's not a lot of us that have to actually have a career.
I think that's the part I kind of can feel like I'm not doing enough in, but then I have to sit back and go, oh, I actually have a job that means something. Like the storm last year was a good example. helping people. I was like, yeah. The moment they were like, we gotta go back to school. I was like, school? I said, it's the end of the world. They were like, no, we need you. The friends are like, yeah, bro, your job is important. I'm like, what the fuck you mean my job is important? And I'm like, y'all pay me important prices. But no, it's the economy. So I just went back.
Yeah, that's.
I'm always like, I get it. Also, I feel like I've set my life up to be in a place where I don't do things for money, which is nice. The downfall is there are moments where I look at my bank account and I'm like, I need to do something for some money.
Yeah, right.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of separate them. I do like web development for my money for the family, and then my art is like, it's not. I'm kind of breaking even on it, but I'm not like, I don't really expect it to pay the bills, and I sort of am all right with that the older I get, because then you can do what you want with it.
Exactly.
Whereas like if you have to make money off your art, then you're doing corporate gigs and you're selling your soul. So because I went through all that with music, I tried to make it my financial thing, and it just ruined. I wasn't able to do it,
and it's also exhausting. I think the parts we miss often is the amount of help people are getting behind the scenes is like too much of American rigid individualism. Is a lie. You realize, wait, who's paying so and so for this? Or like,
totally.
Who has the over?
Every successful artist has family money or a trust fund or something. That's what you find out. You're like, I'm just an artist paying my bills, and it's like,
no, he got like,
your parents have bought you a fake artistic career. That's like, I mean, and God bless them. Like, that's great, but that's a lot of what Asheville is you're like, you're actually making your money, and then you find out later, like, man,
that honestly
didn't pay for any of this shit.
Exactly. Yeah, you making how much off? How the fuck you afford? Then you start realizing, oh, okay.
Yeah.
To kind of keep it a buck with you, this is kind of crazy, but I was having this convo with a homie a few weeks ago. I kind of like it. As things are getting weirder, I've been noticing a trend in not just in Asheville, but around the world, especially in America, of a lot of real artistry is starting to creep back in. It's like we still have the overbloat of all the like commercial bullshitty mainstreaming stuff, or like the people who are like, oh, I'm just getting by with my non-GMO rug carpet sweaters I make, and they have like a 500 million followers.
Yeah.
That's starting to fall off more, and you're getting like this rise of people who've been just doing it for a long time and like having the craft, because you can't fake it. With AI happening, it's starting to like the people who are using a lot of that shit are starting to get mush brained. So we're getting to a point where it's like, can you actually make a song, or are you just playing riffs and chords?
Yeah, I like that. So, it's like the grittiness is. I think that's like one, like having a really like oppressive feeling political environment. I remember like in the George Bush years, like rock and roll came back. Like it was like everybody was like, shit, we gotta like grittiness came back. So it's almost like when things are going good, the art can kind of suffer.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because you get like a bunch of shit of like, because people are taking it for granted, and then people go in their pockets. Is when shit gets tight and you realize like, oh, so and so didn't actually have that. I think that's the coolest part, is when you go like, oh, you didn't actually have that. And I think about this a lot growing up, where it's like you grow up with not as much as other people. You start recognizing those fissures and where people miss those points, where you're like, oh wait, you only have this access to this because of your uncle. Yeah. So if he gets sick or he's out of something, you don't actually have this. Yeah. Or like, I think learning this with farmers growing up, we're like being around like older farmers and black farmers, and learning that rule of like, they don't actually own that stuff. They own, like, the land is being rented out.
Yeah, right. It's the feudal system.
It's just a feudal system. Yeah. And when you realize like most of our society runs on that.
Yeah, it's still that way with the housing and stuff. It's like people are just buying up a bunch of houses. And then poor people are paying the mortgages off for them.
Paying 17 racks to rent out a closet in someone's like 7-house duplex.
Yeah. And that other person, the renter's going to own that when you're done. I mean,
Only for what? For their bad. And then what kills me too is like the middle people have the worst business practices I've ever heard. It's like, let's open another coffee shop brewery place. And you like, that sells CBD too. You like, nigga, what? How are you making money? You're always there. You're like, there's 5 people here every day.
Yeah, what is up with those places?
What is up with this? Yeah.
And you buy something, it's like $6 or
yeah.
I mean,
what do you mean $6 muffin? Yeah, $6 muffin. Tipping the $6 muffin. It's like, come on, man. It's a muffin. Come on.
Yeah, I don't understand the big things. I have like my little world, and none of it really makes sense to me. I got my little arts community, my job, my family. It's just like, I don't know, the numbers. They just baffle me.
It's terrifying.
I don't get it.
It's like, and even if you know it, what do you actually know? Because you got it. It feels like one of those old like Faustian bargains of like, okay, you figured out the world, Lex Luthor. Are you happy? And he sits there and can't answer the question. He just mad as hell. Says Superman, but it's like, but you know the answer.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, he's not happy. He's gonna come back again and again.
Yeah, I mean, people that are super rich that I've known do seem kind of fucked up and unhappy a lot of times too. So I don't know. I think there's something about a lot of great art comes out of being more real and authentic. I don't know.
You know what we should do? Speaking on this,
I
think we should do a class for these rich people on how to enjoy themselves. So we can be like, yeah, when you go out in public, you let somebody know, I got the money. That's what you say. And it gives you a joy when people go, ooh. And then what happens, you just throw out money at people. You look for the person who looks the craziest, smells the wild. You just throw them a 5. We practice that. We'll come in and we go like, all right, we got you in the room. There's 5 people. Who's the correct person to give money to? We just bring different people in, like an older Christian white lady, sit her down, but give her like something questionable where it's like, what does that insignia mean? The older black lady in there, have her say something just a little homophobic, but not enough to really validate it. Where you just like, what does that mean? And then you just put it like a just brown man. Don't even say what ethnicity, just brown man. Have him holding the book, but have him holding the cover.
Like, can we hear him talk? Just
can we hear him talk a little bit? Yeah. It's like,
no, gotta look at him.
You gotta pick the right one. If you pick the wrong one, we will post a picture of you picking the wrong one online.
I like how there's a correct answer too. You're like, fuck. What does that insignia mean?
The actual
person's
answer.
got some like slightly.
The actual answer is not in any of them. You're supposed to give the money to the waiter,
right?
But
yeah,
we're not gonna get into that. But I think we can make money off this. So
yeah.
Ooh, I got my water too. Let me get some of that liquid.
Yeah, so you do actual like, because you work with kids, right, for a living, right? So you do actual like, kind of do community stuff for your job, which is good.
It's fun.
You're out there with the people.
It's weird too, I think, because being out there with the people is not a fun, sexy job, but it's a fun, sexy job. It's like a job that sometimes you have days in which you question your entire existence. Like there are moments I'll show up to work and I'm just like, I need Godzilla to step on the building right now. Like I don't want to be here right now. And it's not the kids. It's nothing with the job. It's just like it's a service. It's like kind of going to it's like going to your local marshal's job, but you actually have to care.
Yeah.
I can go to Marshall's and be drunk.
Right, yeah.
I can't be drunk at work. Yeah. That ruins lives. It gets me fired. Ooh, but also ruins lives first. Like
that does sound tough.
What teacher think about what teachers you got that you think about when you talk to your friends. Do you bring up you bring up great teachers and dog shit teachers.
Yeah, right.
The terrible ones are the ones who like Mr. So-and-so always smell like cigarettes. Mm-hmm. Or then also he will always make innuendos that you're like, that's not appropriate for children. But then we get older, like, we know about me too. We should have said something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So within that I enjoy my job. I feel like if I didn't have this job, I would have crashed out a long time ago. Because I have to do something with some purpose. Because I know I'm mischievous by nature. If you put me in a position that has no meaning, I will start doing weird bullshit.
Idle hands.
yeah, I would just start doing weird bullshit. It happened when I worked the Subway. I would just mess with customers and just do little stuff because it's just like the element of like, this means nothing.
Yeah, right.
It's like, is Subway changing people's lives?
Yeah, you need a job with purpose to bring out your best. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I sort of feel that way about my job, but I think that's probably just covered by being a dad, I'd say.
Bam.
So it's almost like I kind of don't know if I could do it at work as much. Like it's kind of nice just making technology because it's like the kids and the family are the real thing. And oddly, like comedy in this is too, even though it's kind of like super small time. Like this is kind of become my community at this point, because I work from home mostly, a lot of remote stuff. So yeah.
I also agree with you. That's why I don't have kids. The kids are like, you don't have, hell no. I take care of y'all all the time.
Yeah.
I've dealt with old people too. No kids. It's like I'm skipping both stages.
I don't think anyone else should have kids. There's too many people.
Fuck no. If you want to have a child so bad, listen here. Go sign off on the registry to co-sign a child. Go sponsor a child. There it is. We should have sponsorships.
Yeah, they're out there. They need,
godparents, no. Sponsors. Because everything's capitalism. Let's just go into a full sponsor. I want to sponsor the kids down the street, especially if they got an NBA career coming up. Yes, put my name on their sponsorship.
So how do you manage your time for doing the art, like the drawings and the comedy and stuff? Do you just kind of you schedule time, or you just kind of do it when you feel inspired, evenings and weekends?
It's kind of a little bit of both. I feel like the running gag with myself is whatever I aim to do, it backfires, which makes me often question, why am I doing it? I think with the creative and art stuff is I actually been having this conversation a lot with not even just coworkers, but a lot of people lately with everything happening. When I was 17 and I was going to college, I had a lot of stuff in my life happen that made me kind of just like stop coming up with this idea of how things should be. And I kind of gave up control and was like, I'm going to believe in something greater than myself. And that means all I can do is just as much as I can in each situation, treating it like it's my last and being vulnerable. So within that kind of became a part of my art. So a lot of times within my art, I'm taking a lot of time to do it and express it in different ways. And it's funny you asked this because like I feel my art sometimes can be hard to commodify on because I go through waves where there's times I'm like, yo, I'm sketching every day. And then there are days in which like I can't stop writing down things. Then there are days where like I get really dope ideas for something. I'm just slowly fleshing it out. But that shit may happen in a year. Where it's like I'm feeling super film-like. Where I'm like, oh, that idea from 3 years ago is getting more full, feeling it out more, and looking back going, whoa, that's a lot of progress, but damn sure not done. And it's like balancing something else.
Yeah, so there's no shortage of ideas.
Yeah.
You just kind of go when it comes. That's kind of how I feel too. I think I get a lot of ideas and sometimes I don't. And I'm learning that that's okay too.
Yep.
Like I've tried to schedule time every day to write, and that has not worked for me. It's like but when the muse comes, I gotta be open to it. Like even just a little voice memo. Like I feel like when I have an idea, you got to get it down, because as soon as I stop, I'm like, I'm not going to listen to it. It'll stop coming.
I was going to ask you about that with the idea thing, because when you asked me about schedule time too, I agree, because I feel like when I schedule time, it just feels like, I don't know if it's like teenage rebellion brain, but you're like, no, I'm not going to do it.
It becomes a job.
Yeah, it becomes a job. And I was going to ask you, do you feel similarly when you're like doing stuff, especially when you're like, I'm going to sit down and write, and it feels like the whole universe is like, no, you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just not write, but there are kind of other things I've been trying to do, like more videos and get booked, and that stuff can feel kind of like a job. And that's something in the last, like I'm at 10 years now with comedy, so I'm trying to be like
you're at
getting old. So it's like, I'm not going to be like 10 more years and maybe it's like, let's, so I'm trying to like get a little more like treat it like a business. And that can be a little tricky that way, where it's like, I mean, I never feel like sending out emails like, would you please book me, or clipping a video could be fun, you know. I mean, but it's like, so I'm trying to kind of that's the part that I'm kind of trying to schedule a little bit. But then the actual like performing and writing, I think that just needs to come from like a childlike, not structured, not job place. But yeah, I'm trying to learn how to like switch hats and be a little bit organized about it.
It's weird too, because then I always like wonder, like, are these my hat options? Cause I'm always like, you sure you didn't have like a little cowboy hat back there, or like something else? I'm like, you ain't got no kufi or something, like just little things where I'm like, yeah, that's interesting. I was also going to ask, when you're planning out that time, do you always feel like you get a better idea for something not related to that in those time slots? So when you're like, I'm going to sit down and focus on this, like getting these emails for this, but then as you're doing it, you're getting like 7 to 8 joke ideas. Yeah, and you're like, totally. Damn, that's actually good.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, that's like, I remember in college, like during finals month, when it's like you had to just really focus on writing papers. You didn't want, I get all these song ideas, because it's something about like working the logical side of my brain too much, and then the muse starts to like whisper in your ears. But in those moments, I'll always prioritize the art over the practical, because I made it this far doing that, and I feel like I really have learned more, like in the last 10 years, that like it's the artist is what like keeps me healthy and keeps me, and I will do my fucking shit. Like, I will do my. You're a
responsible adult.
I am.
Yeah, this whole thing cannot be done by some nepo. This is responsibility.
I know, and if anything, it's like I don't want too much of that. Like I still want to be a nutcase. It's crazy, but I'm like getting older. I'm like, stop drinking and doing all that stuff. So it's like you need some mayhem, you know. So it really is just.
Well, you got the kids.
This is and the kids.
But the kids always bring the mayhem.
But my ego, my creative thing, like it needs some way.
It's funny hearing this because I feel like I'm trying to learn. I'm in this weird boat where I'm trying to learn a bit of the balance of that because I'm too used to the chaos, and I feel like I've hit a spot where people who know me now, especially in the context of Asheville, know me as a more polished version of myself versus I was a whole degenerate for like up to 25. It was just like outside looking crazy, just like running about like a wild gorilla. It's like that energy is gone. So being out places, I can seem very calm because I'm so used to chaoticness. But as I try to get time to scheduling things, like it's funny we're having this convo, I'm aiming to do a lot of writing. So I'm not going to go home for the holidays. Be hanging out here.
Where's home?
Durham.
Okay.
Yeah, Durham, North Carolina. I got family all over, but Durham is the spot where we're just concentrated. It's just like, boom. That's where everybody's
That was
at.
where the crazy 25-year-old was? Yeah.
Durham, Creedmoor, like that whole area. I call it just Falls News, the stanky Falls News area. So yeah, but that element of trying to get that stuff out, it's like I get so used to chaoticness that I have to constantly like reframe and like kind of do a sense of stopping. And as I think as the world's getting crazier, it just feels funny because it feels like the guy who's trying to do the thing everyone else was into as that field is dying, and they're just like, I want to get into this, but it's like, bro, there's no more jobs there. It's the coal miner who's like, yo, I'm ready to code now in 2023, and we're like,
That's how coding is made. It's feeling like it might go away. Like I've made a good living off it for 15 years, and I always thought autonomous cars would be like the thing, like 5 years ago. But just in the last year, like that, no one out of college is getting hired for it because I can just ask AI to like do all the mundane stuff they would do. So somebody like me is actually getting a productivity boost because I can use AI to do more. But it's like maybe in another year, like I don't know. I mean, so it's a little bit like our whole entire living is off of that, which I thought would be like computers forever,
dude.
And maybe so, but it's changing fast.
I was gonna ask you because it is
very
wild.
fast.
I have two former students who are in a similar boat where they were like, they went in doing a higher level thinking, like math based and like techie kind of, can't find a job, and it's like anywhere else is like your credentials will get you immediately in the door. Even nice places, you'd be at least like an intern.
Yeah, it's rough out there
rough.
right now,
it's
and
rough.
it's probably gonna be that way for a few more years. I don't know if like universal income will come back on the table. That seemed crazy.
God, please give me
like,
UBI.
If AI just automates away, like all the white collar jobs, I think might go away, or a lot of them. But people still need money to buy stuff for the economy. I mean, I think if you can like interact with people, or fix a toilet, or do something like in the physical world, like there's not going to be some drone that can do any of that stuff anytime soon. But it's the thought work and the typing that I've kind of hinged my whole like career on. So it'll be interesting.
I get it.
That's why I'm like, it's good to like, comedy is like a real skill. Like it's learning how to like communicate with people. So it kind of seems more important than ever to be able to.
I think you
relate.
said it best about like it's just talking good. I remember the convo we had,
Talking
like
good.
when you said it, I was like, that's 100% it. And it's funny what you're saying. It's kind of
How many people can talk good?
How many people can talk? Not a lot.
No one.
No one. Especially you watch the fucking news or you watch people. You're just like
every boss I've had. They do like blah, 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 blah. You're like, God damn. You should learn how to talk good if we're all gonna have to sit here. You know?
All right, that was my biggest thing too. Growing up and like getting older is like I'm disappointed in the leaders. I thought we get better speeches from like our leaders. I was like, I grew up with Optimus Prime standing up being like Transformers. Vin Diesel said family. You know, he gives some shit ass monologue about family. I don't even get like the damn manager say, "Hey y'all, we got the rush coming."
Yeah.
It's like, where's the energy? Come on, why are you the leader?
Yeah.
Why you don't talk good?
Yeah. I mean, sadly, I probably shouldn't say this, but I do think Trump is a good speaker in the sense that he's fucking crazy as hell. And unfortunately, like that, it's like he delivers the fucking, every sentence is like, what the fuck? Whereas like, you know, he's like up against people that I mean I mean Bernie talks good, you know.
Bernie talks good,
like, and probably that would have gone well, you know. But,
Brian, you just hit on the head. That's what it. I mean, that's why Trump won the first time. Was he
I
just
say
said
he
shit.
talks good, but he does have charisma. I mean, you can't deny
he talks
that.
Focus.
Like
he talks. It's like he can talk.
He makes sense
directly.
Yeah, even though it's like
yeah.
lies and just insanity,
Yes.
and you're like, dear God, it's still just like you can't turn away from it. Like you're just like, holy shit.
And let me not lie. Me and my homies were dying laughing the first Trump presidency because
Yeah.
it was like comical. Like we counted. It was like every 3 days was a literal scandal that would get another president wiped off the map that
Yeah.
he was doing all the time.
Yeah.
But then over time, like you said, you realize you're like, yo, is there no one else who could just be like, yo, let me just put him in his place or just say
Yeah.
something that just shuts him down where he looks
Yeah.
stupid? I'm
Right.
like, none of y'all can make a sound bite.
Yeah.
Like you have millions of people writing for you. And you can't monitor. Like none of you are funny enough to be like, boom, roasted. And it's just like everyone goes like, oh,
Yeah.
none of that.
Like the person that should be battling him should be like, I don't know, but maybe it shouldn't be about that too. But it is. It's like that's what people.
We built the country.
We
on
built
it.
the culture that it's just like where those young people are in this culture they didn't choose. It's like this is what the game is now, and it's like God, we wanted to be entertained, and now it's just the sadistic Hunger Games.
I'm about to say,
shit.
yep.
But there's a lot
Did you
of
see
real
that
shit
too?
at
By the
stake.
way, the Patriot games he was talking about. I was like, yo, this motherfucker.
I don't even like listen to. I'm just like, let's just heads down.
To keep it a butt with
Read
you.
my kids a book. Like,
yeah.
try to like wait it out. Like I'm hoping that we're getting to a place where it's like we're gonna be like, holy shit, that was as far as we should take that. But I don't know. I don't know if I think we're gonna like make a U-turn or not. Honestly, I really don't know.
I hope so. I'm in the boat, especially working with kids where I'm like, because we have divorced so much of community that like people with kids, I'm always like, please God, take care of your kids and help others. With the other folk, with the stuff happening in the world, it's just crazy because it's like, it's the Steve Bannon flood the zone. Like it's kind of wild after 2016, seeing just like the method of everybody. It's like if you think about it, actually. I go back to NWA when you are like sitting here in Eazy-E's like any publicity is good publicity. That begins this whole thing of like, yeah, you just flood out information, and if you're just talking about me, it makes me money.
Yeah, it keeps the spotlight on you.
It keeps people going, and even too with like the Trump stuff, it's like even beyond that, just just every time you turn around, there's something, and it's like never done. It's always part one.
Yeah.
And I remember this shit remember with Instagram and all them and Facebook would do this, but they would put up an interesting video and it's like, follow for part 2. Where the fuck is part 2? It's been months. Where's part 2, you lying bastards?
Yeah.
They got 5 other accounts doing the same video. It's like, where is part 2? But it's like, that's our entire economy, and like our attention is holding everything hostage. It's like the way we make any men's in America is talk good, hold people hostage, which is naturally chaotic as fuck and doesn't fix anything.
Yeah.
But it's like we don't actually have a space to heal that. So we're constantly fragmenting everything, which gets scarier and scarier. And like you're saying, it's why I'm hoping we figure it out and have some of those harder conversations. It's also the pro to doing comedy and art and live stuff. AI can't replace that.
Yeah.
It can't. It's like it can try, but it's like,
yeah, taste and connection.
Also, who's gonna sell out to the AI to be the person to do it? Like, you gonna get what? Joe Rogan and Theo Von to be like, hey, take all my Netflix stuff and turn it into AI. It's like, yuck. It's like no one's gonna want to willingly do it, and there's too many factors. It's too chaotic. Like live art is too chaotic. I saw it with doing a play where you can have the same play, slight variants or mishaps or things that change for the better or the worse every night.
Yeah.
There's like no one holy grail of that.
I mean, that's why I do comedy every week, even though it really makes no sense for me to like be doing that extra. It's people are coming. There's a lot of energy around this real room, messy human thing. I might humiliate myself in front of everybody, but that's real. Yep. There's a real connection. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of part of why like that gives me some hope. I think that people are, comedy's big right now. It's almost like a compliment to the screens and stuff like that. But I mean, also, I feel like Trump is kind of doing comedy, unfortunately. I feel like
he's always
he's kind of like, you know, it's just
yeah.
Like you see the people that are like memeing along to him on lines, like they'll just take, you know, he just gets up and talks for like hours, and it's just every sentence is like, what the, and there's people that'll do the miming.
Dog, I tuned in last week when it was like the thing, cause I was reading about he gonna declare war on Venezuela, and I'm like, huh? So I watched that, and I was sitting the whole time like just scratching my head, going, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah.
Then he's like rambling and doing.
And then it just never happens. Like how most of the stuff is just like, we're gonna buy Canada green, like, and then it's just like, doesn't. What about the one from 2 months ago? Like none of it.
Yeah.
It's just saying crazy wild shit, and I guess we've that's what we've created. It. We want it.
What about the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah.
Gulf of America. But it's like, to your point too, it's also crazy. It's just crazy to me that we're in this timeline in which it's like so paradoxically insane, where it's like we get this thing to happen. Obviously this next thing's gonna happen. But they somehow made into Dragon Ball Z where it's like we have had 75 episodes of one fight. Y'all have spread this out. Can we get the conclusion, please? It's been months of us waiting, and they're just like, well, one more week.
Yeah.
We got to keep our investors interested.
Yeah, even Stranger Things is like, this is the last.
They said it 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, they didn't say that.
That's why I quit. See, that's why I quit. I quit after season 3. I was like, it's bullshit, Duffer Brothers. Y'all letting Durham down.
X-Files did that in the 90s. It was like just more questions. And it's like, you got to tell us if aliens are real or something. There's got to be some...
Lost
resolution. It's just more, Lost. It's just like
every generation.
They don't even know. They're just like smoke monsters. Also, there's unicorns on the. Just keep it going. Just keep people distracted.
The smoke monster shit used to piss me off. I'm like, explain it.
Yeah.
Next episode, you're like, oh, y'all suck.
Yeah.
I'm like, why does Adventure Time make more sense than most of y'all's plots? And this is fucking Adventure Time. Look at this.
Yeah. I like the art.
It is beautiful. It's also insane when you start having. I think another fun thing is implications. And it's funny what you're saying with comedy. I was thinking about this recently with like, I feel like comedy is in a similar boat as AI. I feel like we're in a bubble in the sense of things are changing a lot culturally in comedy that is not because of comedy, but because of just culture in general. And I think a good example of that is a lot of like, mostly the nature of joke telling. It's like we were saying before with like younger 20-year-olds doing comedy. It's like, they might just get into skits. It's like if I'm a younger 20-something-year-old and I know the humor of the world, I'll just make comedy skits. They get much more traction than like going to stand up.
And I wonder if they would want to see that in the room, or if they're kind of wired more for. Like I went to the college campus recently with my daughter and walked around, and it's like people weren't outside. Like I feel like
wait, what?
Like I feel like. Maybe I'm just old, or it was a weird day, but it was a really beautiful day on a college campus. And I was like, when I went here, 25 years ago,
people outside,
like talking, playing frisbee and hacky sack and stuff. And it seems like people are just I imagine they're just inside, like screening it up more. I mean, maybe that's not fair, but I wonder if comedy does go towards sketches and stuff, if they're just if they're still gonna it's gonna swing back to where like you still need to go to the place, where you smell things and you there's air that we're sharing. I wonder if that's gonna be a thing that swings back, or if it's like we're just gonna evolve into like just the Matrix.
It's funny thinking about this. I think bedroom pop or like music's a good example of this, but like certain genres popped, like bedroom pop blew up a lot because you could do it in your house, especially things like the pandemic and stuff. But then it's like, when you hear some of those people perform live, you're kind of like,
like, ooh, they never done this.
You're like, you never done this before.
That's an afterthought. Whereas it used to be like you do live, do the rooms, and again, that's comedy. Is like you see them. Oh, they didn't laugh there. I guess I need to change that.
Or it's like, why didn't they laugh?
Yeah,
and then you have to keep track of that because it's like
they're part of the editing process. Whereas, who was it? Joey. I got a guy on here. There was like music now is like somebody recording a song alone in a room, so another person can listen to it alone in a different room.
Yes, that's 100% all it is.
Music is now. It's like, man, how do we get music is throughout all of time? Like, it's religious, it's community, and now it's like, this is where we've got it to. Like,
holy shit, this is a good point.
You can listen to whatever song you want at any moment.
At any moment,
and we wanted that. But then, what was the cost of that? Now you're just alone.
Let me ask you this.
Alone.
Let me ask you this with music, because I've been having this thought too a lot with like albums. It's like this year, and you can quote me on it. I don't fucking care. Some of the best music I've heard in years has come out these last 2 years. There's been a lot of albums I bought physically And what's funny to me is like I hear people's shit talking to the music, but then I look on like streaming and stuff and go, oh, the music y'all listening to is pretty dog water.
Yeah.
But then you start realizing, oh, none of you know about this artist or this artist. And then I start realizing, oh, they're now niche artists because they're not in that major stream. But every field has it. Like I think of like fucking Deftones' new album was great. Like you get older artists who are coming back with great things, newer artists. But they're getting like what, 600,000 streams?
Yeah, it's so divided now because like every single person's throwing up their thing. You know, if you have a phone, you're like throwing it in. So everybody's divided. But yeah, I mean, I think there's
and sharing music. It's like sharing music, like you said. It's like I think of Tyler the Creator's listening party he had this year, where he was like, "You can only be there if you're dancing," which I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
But that thought of like you're saying of like, yeah, if I share music with somebody, 9 times out of 10, if I play it in front of them, I've been coming to realize that it's a very weird, vulnerable experience.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what if you don't like this song? Or what if they're not really listening?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's cool. And you're like, what? It's my favorite song. Why don't you like it? They'd be like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. And feeling that somebody else's reaction instead of being like, just like, boop, just send it off to them. It's all async.
Yeah. Or albums like riding in the car with somebody together and they playing music like, yo, who is this?
Yeah.
Because always 1 or 2 songs with your friends, you're always like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like people just talk over it or they just put their headphone in the car and I'm like,
yeah, music has become like the 15-second soundbite for a TikTok or something, you know, sadly. That's why I'm more focused on comedy is 'cause for some reason there's people in every city that are like, no, I'll go see some stand-up. Enough people.
It's weird.
You know, even if it's bad, they're like, I don't know, you can't look away from this train wreck. Like, there's something really compelling about it. Whereas when I'm playing music, people are like talking and, you know.
It's background noise.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird, yeah. Also the comedy, that's good to hear. I got hope out there. I can go bomb in other cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's all over the Southeast now. Whereas 10 years ago, you would have had to go to New York or LA or
like Chicago or something.
Yeah, maybe like Atlanta, but to get up enough. But now it's like there's
Atlanta's getting
scenes
big.
popping up everywhere. Yeah, Atlanta's so big. I don't even try to go there anymore. They don't like so many funny people. Like,
don't you have to message like 3 months in advance? And I'm like, bro, I don't know my life in 2 months. I can't be like, I'll be there in 3 because I'm gonna be like, my car don't work. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, you can do the Laughing Skull for free. You can do 4 minutes and get a tape. I mean, I don't know.
4 minutes for a tape?
I did it once, but I was like, but you got to pay for the tape. I was like, I don't know.
Wait, how much tape costs? We can take this out.
It was $20 like
that's not
a few years ago. Yeah, so you get but it's crazy that they got all these like open micers who are paying $20 each to perform and then they're charging tickets for it. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. It's crazy. It's like you said, it's like a wild, wild west. We're in a time where there is no... It's like we're in
rules. Or, you can make up your own rules. And next week they'll be different.
There's no
rules.
Authority. Yeah, there's no authority on the rules. Like there are rules.
The gatekeepers of like CBS or Fox or NBC. It's like, no, you can just get it out. But then every other person in the world's getting it out too. So it's like, how do you? And then there's that whole thing, trying to just like have solid content. But it's like, man, maybe if I dressed crazy and was like just trying to like you leap out of the scroll stream and like that.
Yeah. And then you like, I think that's another funny thing with comedy now is you have to do way more than just comedy. Because I think of like older comedians who are really good at comedy. He looked like that, so people are not going to want to watch it. Yeah. And you like, wait, what? Or they're like,
some old dude
why he talk like that? Yeah. And then I had this joke.
You have a funny voice or something, man. You gotta wear some big glasses or something, you know.
You ain't got no big pants like David Byrne. Get you a big suit, man. Get you a big suit or something. Yeah. But no, it's crazy. It's like you have to have a niche. And then also a thing I have realized is like, and I feel weird with saying this because I kind of fall in this boat a little bit. When you do art in other mediums, it's easy to use one as a pigeonhole for the others. And I feel that sometimes with like, not our comedy scene because we're not like big enough within all that, but that element of bigger scenes where you're like, oh, they're just using that to get an SNL spot. Or they're using that to get on TV so they can just stop doing comedy.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I've heard LA there's a lot of people just like they're like auditioning for commercials and then they do stand up, but it's not really their end game. Whereas I think stand up's the coolest thing.
It's the most fun.
I mean, I don't know about like traveling all the time, but
Yeah,
that'll be a good problem to have when they're like, Ryan, would you come on tour? 200 days a year. Like, I'll worry about that when that comes across my desk.
It's only hit an age too with the kids where you gonna be like, I would love to take 200 days off.
Yeah,
same here. Same here.
Though. I'll be like, travel hurts. Like,
well, you gotta get you some CBD cream, get you a handler. Yeah. See, I'm trying to get good with comedy, so when I get older, I can have a handler. God bless the handler, because I'm still gonna be myself.
Yeah,
but be like, hey, you got the lacrosse ball for my feet.
Yeah,
I'm just like rubbing my feet. I'm like, you got one of them dirty cigarettes I can smoke for the show? This old man with a walker being like, can you help me up the steps? I'm excited.
Yeah, I would love to have someone help me with anything that I do creatively. It's all anybody. That's why it's all DIY. That's why there's no second camera, because that would everything. I just build it all so I can do everything myself.
Right. That's why I respect it, because I'm always like this extra steps, because I feel like there may not be gatekeepers. The barriers to entry are harder, because it's like there's always something you don't know.
Yeah, right.
And that kind of hurts us in a rugged individualistic system that's very capitalistic, is to do this thing of believing you just put out when it's not perfect.
Yeah.
And I think that's always really dope. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the great secret for my taste, is like, get it out, build it so you can push out a lot of quantity. And then like a lot of people obsess about like, I gotta edit this episode and get the lighting just right, and then it's like you get in your head, it gets weird. I think people are into raw stuff. Yeah, like that's what I like about this. This is the most raw shit I've ever done. Like, even when I do music, I'll put a little reverb on the voice, or I'll overdub. Like, this is the most raw. It's literally, we just talk with microphones, and then the whole thing just goes up.
It's pretty dope.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's one of those things that part of me was like, I'm going to use this for a Christmas present for my family members. I'm like, I don't talk to y'all much. Here, this was happening in my life.
Okay. I'll try to.
It's like, bow.
Hopefully I haven't been cursing too much or anything.
No, you're good. No, what? Jesus, they curse like sailors. I'm going to worry about the school. School going to be like,
give them like, here's your Christmas present. They're like, what the hell is that?
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? It's like, hey,
still should be very proud of CJ.
I'm the same person, the literal same person. I probably swear less than I did then. That's always the funniest part, when like people who've known me for more than like 10 years, when they're around me, they'll be like, oh, he used to be way wilder. People are like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, I used to be a whole little street urchin. Yeah.
That tends to be the way.
Yeah.
Know? I mean, you seem like you have a lot of energy still, but I would imagine it was probably even crazier.
It was mania.
I mean, I was a super hyper kid, like just out of control, couldn't read, and now that I'm like in my mid 40s, it's like kind of nice to have a lot of energy, because you get just like slower, and so it's like it becomes a good amount later.
Out.
Like it's too much when you're little, and then it's like, oh, it's a good amount. I'd be like just sleeping all the time now if I was the right amount of energy when I was a kid. I'm just making up science right now.
No,
not even be true.
This is way better.
That's what we do on here too.
Yeah, I like this too. You know what's funny about that? I think of that all the time too. Where like I was the kid who had a lot of energy but was quiet. So if you didn't know me, I was cool. But if you got to know me, you're like, oh, this man's a wild
on
boy.
The exterior, you're cool, but inside, it's like,
which is why I love like working with the kids, because I feel like even this energy we have here, it's kind of like the energy I'll bring to the classroom, where it's like I like to give people the space to be their full selves. So when something crazy does happen, we all do crazy stuff. It's like acknowledge it, but instead of shutting it down, being like, oh, you also like X, Y, and Z? And just adding to it, or just like being able to like
yes-anding them.
Yeah, it's yes and. It's like, honestly, that improv rule has changed my life. Like 10 years ago when I learned that, it has changed my life.
I don't even do improv, but I notice
that rule. Yeah,
when you're talking to somebody and you're like, I think this, and they're like, well, not necessarily. You're like, fuck this person, Whereas when somebody's like, yes and, like, get excited for other people.
Yes. Also, too, it's cool as hell when it's something you don't like and you ask more questions, because then you find a connection where you're like, oh, that's just like so-and-so. Like, I always think to myself, I'm a One Piece fan. I can't get mad at people for dumb interests. That shit is 25 years long.
Yeah.
It's dumb as hell.
I don't think there's really any dumb interests. Like,
no, there's dumb interests.
Are there? Yeah, there are. That was
that's a scientific fact. There's some dumb interests, and you know what they are.
What's the dumbest interest, you think?
Okay, this is awful. This is really awful. I wish this wasn't real. There are more hate groups than you think.
Okay, I hadn't thought about that.
Oh no, it gets better. For things you wouldn't expect.
Okay.
There are hate groups for sea turtles.
Oh.
Like on Facebook, groups of people, and I had a friend who was moderating Facebook. They were telling me, they were
What's their beef?
literally, it's insane too. Like they'll post images of slaughtered sea turtles being torn to pieces. And they're just saying stuff like, yeah, destroy them all. Like stuff like that where you're just like, yo, whoa.
Is that like someone that they're just doing that because they know there's most other people?
Statistically, yes.
Like
but the problem becomes the internet makes that statistic.
Yeah.
It's like when you hear the thing.
Others. It's like the flat earther thing.
Yeah. It's like if you think about the stats growing up, like 80% of people who smoke cigarettes also have unprotected sex. You start thinking to yourself, you're like, well, yeah, if I smoke cigarettes at some point, I might do it. So that 80% becomes arbitrary. It feels like that with the internet where it's like, no, you're going to find 80% right now. Because people will then go, are you part of the 80%? Because all it takes is one person to go, I'm part of the 80%. Someone else goes, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Then it becomes its own psychological just hellscape.
Yeah. Whereas like 50 years ago, if you're like, I think the earth might be flat, you'd say it to your friend and they'd be like, don't ever say that again. You'd be like, all right, I can't keep saying it.
Actually,
I can't find others.
It's funny you said it. I think of that with so many. Back to the comment with my dad where he was saying stuff and I was like, bro, y'all had a satanic panic where y'all thought D&D was going to ruin lives.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I remember in the 90s, like, went to church and there was like people that would come and they'd be like, Dungeons and Dragons is going to lead to the occult. You're going to get mixed up with some bad people. You're definitely going to hell forever.
Yep.
And
you will shoot up a school and you'll impregnate families. It's just like stuff where you're just like, what? From D&D? It's like, have y'all played it?
Yeah.
It's like no one makes any good decision. Like the decision I make is like, I can't open the milk jar without taking damage in the game.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, I've still never played role play. I got a kid that's playing it now, and I feel like it's no problem. Like the culture we've accepted, it's like being creative with other like nerdy kids can get together and do a thing in person. A lot of times, that's great. It's 100% good.
Part of me wants to go back in time a little bit for that. So. I did role playing. I got into D&D stuff in high school because I was just like obsessed with doing things other kids my age hated, especially the popular kids because I was adjacent to them in like sports and stuff. So I'll be like, they fucking hate this thing. I want to shit on that by doing that thing so much.
Oh yeah, I bought D&D. I bought a D&D game right after that. Because I was like, but I didn't even know what to do with it. I was just alone with it, so I didn't actually end up playing it. But it inspired me to go purchase it.
It's fun, and then like what's funny about it, in high school I got banned from games because my fucking annoying contrarian self decided I was like, I'm gonna play D&D, but I also don't take things seriously. And part of that is trauma. So when I'm playing D&D, if you play with people who really care about it, getting their legacy characters killed because you're trying to seduce the Dark Lord, it might get people to hate you. It's like, so I realized that I was a little too ahead of the curve of being like, I'm not taking this seriously. And I was always myself like, Tempar Magor is dead, but I just make another character. And my friends were like, I've spent 17 campaigns. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, a campaign's like a whole month. So I'm like, you spent 17 months in the trenches to have your man die because I was trying to twerk on the Dark Lord?
Can't you like bring him back? And
no,
it's just...
It's some people take it seriously, and it's like, it then makes you realize the kid we all knew that douchebag kid on the playground. That we all join a game collectively. We all agree, I'm this Red Ranger, I'm the Blue Ranger. They got to be the Fuchsia Ranger. You're like, then they got to have some ability that's not in the show. You're like,
this is why that's why you don't get invited to birthday parties.
Don't get birthday parties. It's also too why like I feel like
that person finds comedy later in life. They're like, oh, it's a bunch of people that everybody hated or whatever. It's not that, but
that's what it is.
Just thinking differently or outside the box.
It is fun, and it's like it's kind of interesting too because like we are. I don't know. It kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier about the 20-year-old thing. Is like I think a lot of kids are seeing the element of the world as it exists, and they're seeing that nothing is promised to them as people are losing things in our age range, and they don't want to engage. And it's the thing I see a lot on a daily basis with work with the kids and even in community because I help out community like neighbors, friends, and a lot of times it's the little pieces. It's like these conversations where you're like, wait a second, we don't actually know how to be humans. Like we don't know how to do the little bits. We don't know how to care for each other, and it's hard, dude.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, well, we don't like. I'm very progressive. Progress, yes. Whatever pronouns, of course. But like, there's a trade-off where like tradition probably did have some. There was a little bit more like, this is what we do. This is like how. You're like a 13-year-old. You're a man now. We're gonna go in the woods and do this thing. Like
the ritual.
Some of those rituals, like, did provide some good things. So it's like, yeah, we're kind of in a tricky place now. Where it's the culture. Like every week, it's new. Everything is changing, which is good. I've always been like very pro that. But now I'm just getting like to the age where I'm like, yeah, but there is a cost for that. Like I have reverence for tradition and progress, and I feel like that puts me in a place. It's a very lonely spot because it's always like you got to choose one. It's like the two sides of America that hate each other, like tradition, progress, and it's like both are good. Like there should be both. Like I think there can be both.
The vantage point when people do that argument, I'm like, what the hell are you looking at it from? What straight line exists anywhere? It's like the road don't even go straight. It always be curving. It's like, so at some point that will be this and that. It's funny what you're saying with like the morals and things changing. We have a lot of information. We don't have a lot of wisdom. It's like we've traded like a lot of wisdom for more information.
Yeah.
And it's like you're saying,
so much information you can't
make
draw a conclusion.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Your brain's just like fucking short circuiting from.
And it's wild to see how like often that is a trope. Like that's becoming more of a like contemporary trope in storytelling and stuff. To have, there's so many options. There could actually be no solution. They have to just make one based on what works best. Yeah. Because like even watching movies now. It's actually funny when you watch a lot of movies that come out now. There's always plot holes or things where you're like, why the fuck didn't they just do X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you have a smartphone? You didn't just stop and go, let me just send this text before I go in this building that seems sketchy. It's like something like that. Like you didn't send your location once, get a phone call, do that off screen, come in. Like, none of that. But then, hey,
that's always been the way.
That's about
part of my brain that's like that would never happen. It's like. Shut up and just enjoy the story. But sometimes it's hard.
But I feel like it's hard because we need to do it. I feel like that we're in an age where, we probably questioned too much stuff back in the day, to some extent. We questioned the wrong things, obviously, because it's something we did not question enough of. But then you hit a point where you're like now, no one wants to question things because it becomes just sad. So I even hear some of the kids go like, they make fun of me all the time. They're like, "Why are you making us depressed? Like, tell you about the world." I feel like I'm just old man screaming at clouds going, hey, y'all, learn these things because life is hard and it's going to keep getting harder and you need to learn community. So fail now because it's kind of beautiful and everyone you like who's older probably sucked when they were a kid. And the ones who you think are pieces of crap probably were awesome as kids. Yeah. So it's like, that's the beauty of it. Live through it now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, failure for sure is the way.
It's a fun time, especially when you like can laugh with it. I think that's another thing too is we're too scared to be vulnerable because vulnerability feels ever present. It's like there's always something watching, listen to you.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Yeah, again, I mean that's what this is. This is like the most not like hiding behind a song with reverb. It's totally, but it's also like there's so much shit out there to watch that no one's actually watching this.
Yeah.
So there's that too, where it's like it doesn't actually matter. But I do think there's like hundreds of hours of me talking about. You could take so many things out of context and make me look like a terrible person.
Yeah,
but I'm trading that for like getting to connect with a lot of people deeply. So it's like a calculated risk where maybe the podcast will come back to bite me in some way. But I know right now that it's just a really awesome thing in my life. But it's the vulnerability, just putting yourself out there. And a lot of times people come on and they just done it the one time here, and then they afterwards are like, can you change it? Like they don't. It's hard to see yourself talking. I mean, even in stand-up, when you've practiced the words, it's hard. But I mean, this can be brutal on people. And I'm like, no, it's good. You're fine. Just let it stay up. You'll probably want this there later. And I don't want to take it down.
I better say
we did it.
But I say also, it's a lot of work. Is that what you mean? I gotta reach out to who? Hey, YouTube? Nah, man, we gotta let it rock.
Yeah.
To your point, it's actually funny. You ever heard the term hyperobjects?
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm going to be
like higher dimensional?
Yeah, I'm going to be kind of dorky real quick. Timothy Morton has a term called hyperobjects. And it's funny what you were just saying because it's like essentially there are things that exist beyond one human life cycle. So, for example, a tree. Regular tree, couple 100 years. That's a few of our family members, like great grandkids, maybe that kind of sort of nature. Hyperobjects exist conceptually, and it's this element of like climate change or global warming is a hyperobject. It's such a big concept that requires so many moving pieces. It can't be tied to one like phenomena.
Right.
So we're in this weird space and time where like how they're defined is kind of the age of this era, where it's like they're non-local, so they don't exist in one space. So essentially, you can't prick your ear and open up to find capitalism in your ear. You can't see the rain come down and know, oh, that is global warming. It's these weird, vague, nebulous things. Like you can't be like,
it's a concept.
It's a concept,
but it's not. There's no like lines around where it starts and ends.
Boom, lines. There's no lines around it. The premise of it is the fact that everything is a hyperobject, given that context, and it goes into like a lot of quantum theory, where it's like the analysis or observation of something changes the quanta of something. We're kind of in the same boat with a lot of like thinking and theory and being, where it's like there is no one universal solution. It's like it has to be a lot of weird local solutions for different things, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
But also kind of beautiful and liberating to be like, hey, there's no right answer. But when you hear that, it doesn't make you feel bad when you're doing the test. You're like, what do you mean there's no right answer?
We're screwed and there's actually no right solution.
But it's like, and it's funny because it's like, it is terrifying, but the beauty is, that means that there is a solution.
Yeah.
And I think like with even how you do the pod, having it just go all the way through. And another part of the hyperobjects that's really cool is viscosity. Viscosity is essentially like sticky like liquid, or how things stick. I think of it as the venom symbiote. It's like it's the connection of everything, and essentially a quanta or an atom exists into space, but there's so many other pieces we can't associate and keep track of. So it's like we're in this time where everything, even your car, is an hyperobject. Especially when you realize, why does it keep going out? Oh, because of the 1979, this cheap bastard did this thing that affected 40 years later that caused this thing.
Yeah, everything's connected in some like butterfly effect.
Yes.
Same thing. Yeah, but for language and talking, it's helpful to be like, climate change. And you're like, yeah, I do. And it's like we're talking about it like it's this thing, like a door or something, but it's not. It's some, and that's like my kids.
That's the disconnect.
My kids go to this like progressive school where they hear about climate change every day, and they just watch videos about plastic in the ocean. And it's like, I thought that was 100% good, but now I'm seeing that there's this sense of despair and hopelessness. It's like, why would I even try to build a life where I could have things be good in 30 years? Because it's just so they're so like just paralyzed by the trauma of it. So that's a weird thing too, where it's like, well, I don't want to. It's true. I mean, climate change is real, so it's like I don't want to be like, fucking don't worry about it. But it's also like, man, it's kind of like have a childhood, enjoy it.
What do you do? It's like, what do you do?
Yeah. Like my parents were under their desks waiting for the nuclear bomb to drop. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's still maybe the best time to be alive. I mean, obviously, I'm like very privileged and doing well, but
I got an X-Men bomber jacket, hoodie, and a bunch of pins from a place I can't describe. It's a great time to be alive.
Yeah, we have food and stuff. Yeah. And I mean,
it's terrible, but it's also better.
Yeah, it's just all of everything everywhere all at once. There's a movie I didn't understand at all.
It's the ebbs and flows, man. It's like, it's the thing that I often think, like you just hit on the head. We're in this weird analysis paralysis because you're kind of hyper aware of everything, and it makes it suck because you're like, I can't even be happy for the privilege of this. But then I think of it in the sense of like a more Buddhist and like very esoteric and even Gnostic kind of sense of like, it is a deeper thing of like, you are always the lamp and the light. You're the ground and the air. Yeah. It's like you're always involved with those things, and sometimes those actions you make with lesser things reflect more of that truth than that direct thing. So it's like I think of interpersonal relationships.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, love this person to death, blase blase. But whenever you're around things, you don't respect their things. You don't respect the things they actually like. So it's like, do you actually love this person or this like palace of a person you created?
Yeah. So again, it's like global warming. It's not that person isn't even a thing. It's like,
Yep.
Yeah, I just read Slaughterhouse-5, that Vonnegut book, which I'd always meant to read. I just finished it last night, and there's like characters in the book, these aliens that they do you
experience time and it's like non-linearly.
The Tralfamadorians or whatever, like they see all of time. It's like what you said about hyperdimensionality, like reminded me of that they're like, well, you're a kid and you're an old person that's suffering, and they're like, they just see it all as one thing the whole time, and it makes sense to kind of try to focus on the beautiful moments. And just this idea that, like, I'm still like young me with a bunch of hair, hyper, and I'm the old, however old I get me. There's just something about that that's kind of comforting, where it's, it reminded me of what you said, where it's like, there's a tendency to think I'm this body right now, but it's really this kind of bigger changing thing.
It's holistic. It's the whole being of something, and it's like what we were talking about even earlier, like with capitalism. It's hard to commodify. Like when you're doing the email, you know what Ryan Cox is. There are parts of you that go deep to being a little kid. So when you're typing this email, they're like, "Who is Ryan Cox?" You're like, "Who the fuck is?" You know who Ryan Cox is. But in yourself, you're like, "How do I transcribe Ryan Cox to someone else?"
And it's so contextual. It's like lately the email's been like, "Let me come do a show at your place." So I'm like, Ryan Cox is a stand-up comedian and podcast host who's done things. And then it's like, I wouldn't even mention those things at my kid's school, so it's kind of
all the time. It's like contextual.
Like I don't want them to know because they might ask me to like do some jokes at one of these school events. I'm just trying to hide out, write this shit out.
That's my favorite running gags. They're like, "You gonna do some jokes for us?" I'm like, "Children, none of my jokes are appropriate for y'all."
And even
if I don't curse, they're just not. It's like the implication is just dark. No,
the idea when people find out, they're like, "Oh, well, tell us some jokes, funny." That's just so arrogant. It's like, "Oh, you sing a song? Do one for me right now.
Right now.
Sing me a song right now, and I'll decide if it's good." It's like, fuck you. Like, come to a show, and then
you're a film director.
Might be bad, but
direct my kids right now. Make them go in the car. Make it look good. It's just like, what the hell are we talking about? Yeah, I don't understand. We live in this weird performative, like, hey, do that thing. And, like, for comedy, it's the most disrespected because people are just like, okay, joke
I can
boy.
Talk. I'm funny.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It looks easy.
Oh, I was talking to my best friends about this. It looks easy. I'm funny, but it's like, translate that. Because a lot of times when you're in, like, especially in marginalized groups, and when I say that, I also mean just smaller groups in general. When you're with your friends, when you're with people who identify with you, it's easy to use signifiers you all know. So you can riff off something that most of the room knows about.
Totally.
But you go in a fresh room.
Yeah. They don't know who you are.
Yeah, 10% know what you're talking about.
You have no trust with them.
Yep.
You try something edgy and they're like, whoa, this guy's scary. You're like, oh, my friends kind of know me. Yeah.
Especially when they start doing that energy, then it's like, yo, this is a wild man. Get him out of here. This is crazy.
And that's the great gift of it, too, is like realizing, like, oh, I'm funny to my friends and my family, and trying to just get into more and more, like, bigger, different rooms, go farther from home. The podcast does that. It's like, what better thing to try to do with your life than try to be able to relate to as many people as you can. I mean, it's so hard. And it's still, I probably can't relate to most people, but just trying to, like, that seems worthy of your time when you're alive, you know?
It's fun. It's like, you're going to fail. I always think of Goethe when he passed. He was kind of like, yo, no one has ever known me, and I would never know anyone.
Yeah.
And it's like sad, but it's also beautiful. Yeah. It's the thing where it's like, so what are we worried about? It's like, I want to be dead. I think of people like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr., when I read some of his writings that are not the ones people always fucking talk about, I'm like, oh, this guy has so many takes that we just won't think about, or like other famous people,
you just
or historic.
Want the 3 sound bites that we all.
You just want, freedom. I have a dream. Yeah, I have a dream. It's like, you never want to hear him.
We just need 3.
Yeah, we just need 3 bits. They're like, other people, 3 bits. It's like a couple things. And it's funny because it's like, they're a full-rounded person. Especially when we learn new things about so-and-so love basketball. And you're like, oh, that's cool. Or so-and-so love reading books and painting orchards before they committed crimes. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. I mean, that's that idea from the Slaughterhouse-Five has just been really nice. Like, if I think about, like, Ryan Cox, a comedian, it's like, it's that very first time I went up and I was nervous and I was terrible. And then it's like, however good I get before I'm done. Yep. It's that. And it's all that, like, it kind of helps me to see it as one. Like all the times, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry to put words on it, but
it's
there's something comforting about that. Yeah. It's the journey. It's the whole thing. Instead of like, no one point really matters that much. So don't psych yourself out. You know, just get the reps in. Try to enjoy it. It'll be the one you didn't think was going to be the one. That
Yep.
might be the happiest moment of it all. And that big gig that you're like, this is the one. Sucks. Everything goes wrong.
Usually sucks. You're just like, I did it, and I feel hollow inside.
Yeah.
It's funny what you were just saying. It's like we think in Western culture event thinkers versus like more of the moments and presence. It's like, everything is momentum, and we're always like, this thing happened versus the longer timeline of I exist within the context of this and what are the spaces and ebbs and flows. And I think I see a lot of that with a lot of people's thinking of things. Like I see it with comedy sometimes where it's like if we're going to mics, hitting a certain mic and not getting the result, but then being like, bro, you hit that mic 3 times in a month.
Yeah.
That's really 3 times like imagine just in a week you go to 3 mics. They may be great, maybe mid. It could just be the week, could just be the people. It's like it's not a real form of data.
Yeah.
Because it's not enough information.
Yeah, and like you said about the kids, the ones that fail early, I think it can be a good thing to be bad early. Sometimes people that are just really good at stand-up right away, it doesn't scale as well over time.
It's like people who are really good at, like, art is a good example, too. I see with kids where there's a few kids who are really good at art style.
Yeah.
And they don't want to expand that style.
Yeah, you want to stay good, or it's just like, oh, this is easy. I mean, that's like I've had to just try so hard to be good at anything I was good at. Like nothing. I've never just been like good at a thing at first.
Dude, I feel that.
So those are like the people I focus on. I always love the story of somebody that's like works hard and just keeps going and then gets good. Like that's what I need to see. I don't want to see the prodigy.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
Especially when you hear behind the scenes or like the little vignettes, people go, they were backstage with this famous artist and the artist did this one move that we've studied for years and the kid just swat and did it. And you're just like, get the fuck out of here.
That kid.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, fuck that kid. Get out of here. I feel that too. I'm like, I think I was mentioning earlier about how I can sometimes be seen as one way, especially in Asheville. That's always been my go-to is like I love doing even teaching. I love unsexy hard work. It's like because to me that feels sexy. It's like let me show up with my dirty pants, dig this hole with no one looking, playing my music no one really likes, and I get done. I'm like I did it. It's like the meme where the kid's sitting there and he's like no one knows I was working hard today. And it was like we know you working hard. It's like nah, no one knows I was working hard. It feels nice. It's like that element feels good. That inspiration to that.
Yeah, it is good to work for things. So that's something I'm trying to teach my kids, but I don't know.
It's joy versus happiness because happiness is a drug. Joy is the whole thing. You were like, oh, we took a shower, we cleaned up. Look at what we did in the yard. You're like, versus happiness being like, oh yeah, that guy fixed it.
Yeah. I mean, that's been a big part of like not quitting drinking and all that in my 40s, like not getting that like bump. Like right now, like I want to feel real good right now. It's like, nope, I'm going for more like holistically good over the whole marathon.
I know it'd be so mid.
There's still a part of me that I'm just like, fuck, like I just want to.
It'd be so mid though. Sometimes you be in the race because runner's high is great, but no one tells you got to run for 30 minutes before it kick in. I'm always like, that's the biggest. Runner's high. I'm like, I've been running for 38. My legs are dying, and then you're like, oh, now I get this. Oh moment.
This is a guy named Tom Peters here that had a joke about that. He's like, the runner's high is just you're not running anymore. It just feels good because it's not.
It's true. It's true. I did cross country for a bit. Back to being a masochist is not in the sexy way. I did cross country because I was like, I want to get better. It's something I'm not good at. So bad. The runner's high never came. I would be done running. I'm just like, I need to get high right now because there's no running high. There's no runner's high. There's no high to run. No, this is sadness and pain.
Yeah, that's the one for me. I love a good run. I'm getting to where it's like I can only run slow for just a few miles, but it's kind of like meditation or something. A few miles, not a few hours.
Shit, a few miles more to me. That takes a few hours.
Kind of like I've tried to do this in the morning, but it doesn't happen all the time. And I try to just go sit on the front porch. You might call it meditating, but just kind of like breathing and looking at the trees and stuff.
Yeah,
just
meditation.
Just before it's just like screens and just like tick tick. Just overwhelming amounts of data. Like running kind of does that for me a little bit, where it kind of just. It slips me into that.
Speaking of sitting on the porch, did you learn anything new about yourself? Because I do love those moments, because then you'll learn something like, oh, I have a fascination with something I never thought I had.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
And you'll just see how much I obsess about things. So I'll just see that, like, I'm just, it just keeps coming up, and it's like, oh, if I didn't sit here and notice that, it would just be happening to me. But I have some awareness of it. So trying to hold on to those things. I don't know. There's just so much. There's so many things I want to do every day, But it's hard to exercise, meditate, get work done, spend time with family, create. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's so difficult.
Keep the house clean. It's like, that's my struggle. Is like, I never get bored. There's just too much interesting, cool shit to do all the time. But how do you manage your energy and
which is good for
time?
Life, Ryan. I think that's good for life. If you're never getting bored, you're finding joy in things consistently, and it's not repetitive. Because I think too many people just do repetitive shit.
Yeah.
Which is wild, because I'm always like, kudos to y'all, but it's like, I guess I can be repetitive at eating food. Like, when I'm really on my, like, down bad life, is like green powder, oatmeal, hot water.
Green powder?
More green powder, yeah. When I was broke as hell, I'm still broke as hell, but when I was super broke as hell, my go-to would be, like, what are my health nutritional powders you throw in a smoothie? Shit, throw it into, like, man, I would go to Checkers in Atlanta, get them $2 bags with like the little shit burger, little shit fries and chicken things. I dip my damn barbecue sauce. I put moringa powder in it, mix it up, be like, I got my greens for the day. My friends are like, that's not how that counts. So I start
literally
green powder is like,
that's not what greens means.
Yeah, exactly. It means that to me. I still do it sometimes. I just don't tell people. It's been a few times. One of my cousins was in town a few months ago. He was just dropping by, and he was like, you still eating ramen with that green powder in it? And I was like, I don't need this shit from you. Because I did just eat some for you. And I was like, I got me the port loin from Ingles. It's my meat I throw in there, too.
What's the workout? I mean, you seem very healthy. That's my impression. I mean, by comedian standards.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not an alcoholic.
Top tier.
Yeah, it's like that's only the reason why. It's like I'm not an alcoholic. That's the only reason why. But I've been doing terrible. I've been smoking cigarettes again, which is not great. I've been trying to work out. That's why I work out and try to stay active. It's also why I like my job of being on my feet, because I don't have to subconsciously think to work out.
Yeah, you're getting the steps in.
Yeah, get my steps in.
That's a big part of it.
Steps, stretching. I've been feeling a lot now that school is out, but I'm trying to get better at that crashing. Because what happens is, like, I know you get it with being a parent. They get to break, so you're like, oh, God. It's kind of a reverse a little bit where you're like, I got to figure things out. But then when you get done those things, you're like, I can crash a little bit.
Yeah.
Just trying to get better at having those crashes not be as hard of a thud.
Yeah.
But yeah, I try to work out. I don't do great at it. That's why I try to do social stuff. But I'm trying to get better with eating. I've been eating like bullshit last year and a half. I ain't gonna lie to you. Since Helene, absolute bullshit. I throw it in the microwave. Bah! And I can cook too. I just don't want to. I'm like cleaning.
It takes time, money. Yeah.
Time, money, cleaning. Like, I'm even thinking now, I got some meat in the freezer, but I'm like, it's in the freezer, so it's not getting cooked today. So I'm just like, if I put it in the fridge tonight, I'm like, maybe if I put
tomorrow.
it today, I can cook it tomorrow. But I'm like, I've made a mistake. I'm not going to get it done today. And I get it. It's like getting older. I kind of respect that aunt and uncle who didn't cook and clean. I get it. I get it now. As I got older, it's like, yeah, fuck that.
Hopefully they're doing other cool shit, not just watching TV.
You were about to say, you hit on the head. That's what they always. I'm like, daytime TV is crazy.
Yeah.
Young and the Restless again. Come on, man. Or Family Feud, or The Price is Right. Oh, wow. I'm going down a dark rabbit hole. Oprah was always. I actually had beef with Oprah for 15 years. Not her fault. It's just her programming always destroyed my cartoons, because you only get an hour and a half. Batman Beyond comes on, Static Shock, and I can't watch it because damn Oprah's on.
Yeah, I can appreciate Oprah. I never have really watched it, but she's someone I can appreciate more at this phase of life. Seems like pretty hopeful and positive, and like literacy and at least the message seemed to be pretty positive compared to like Jerry Springer or whatever.
Yeah. There was nothing good on Jerry.
Days of Our Lives, whatever
Actually, you know what? As I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I feel like everything's a CIA op. That's become my whole go-to is like everything. Like the New York Knicks, CIA op. Bass guitars, this CIA op. It's just like stupid shit. Oprah's is funny to me because I used to get so mad at her because she was giving away things in her shows. And I was like, I gotta watch this. I can't watch Batman, but I gotta watch this woman give away free things to these people. And I'm like see the like syndrome and Incredibles just like as a kid just foaming, just it's like I can't even watch Heroes and I gotta watch this. Then as I get older, I'm like, I don't dislike Oprah. I just have this weird childish petty beef that is not a real thing. It's one sided. It's all
that makes
me.
sense.
It's
I mean, there wasn't a lot of shows back then.
Yeah, I still don't know how Static Shock ended because of Oprah. They were like final episodes. I'm like, I need him. He got sucked back in time. I'm like, what? Then I'm like, Oprah, come on, man. Oprah, if you're watching this, which you probably won't, but if AI Oprah is watching this, I would love a car. Ryan would love a car.
Take one. Hell yeah. Well, let's wrap up on that note. That seems like a good place. We hit our time.
Oh, we did the time.
Yeah, we did the time.
Thanks for having me. This was
CJ,
fun.
Thanks for coming on.
Fuck yeah.
Always a pleasure. Glad to have the CJ solo episode.
I know, right? I was like, it's kind of cool.
Part of the year too.
I know.
So you snuck in. So
I'll take it.
Good way to wrap it up.
It was good. I wanted to make up because I usually have either Aiden or Jason, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I was probably Isaac next time. That would be fun to do one with
I've been
Isaac.
digging the solo ones more, I think, as I've gotten more comfortable with it. The group hangs are cool, but
the solo ones.
The one-on-ones are just usually more rewarding.
I watch your solos, especially I feel like you get a really good range of people, especially outside comedians are fun. Where I get those episodes where I'm like,
I'm trying to get more of them because like comedians, comedians will just be like, yeah, give me a mic, I'll talk. Yeah, but then people that aren't comedians will be like, I don't know, like all scared. I'm like, no, it's fine, just come in.
Just come in.
Just sit here.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? You gonna say something, get you canceled? We'll just be like, all right.
I think a lot of people are like, what if I don't have anything to say? And I'm like, it's never been an issue. This is 147. Never been an issue. So, yeah, people that are not comedians. I'm trying to get tattoo artists, but they're all like, I don't want to be on the internet because I'm paranoid, which I totally respect.
Which I'm
like, yeah, it is kind of weird.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, Ryan.
But as comedians, we have to be out there.
We have to, yeah.
And like I said, it's a calculated risk. I get so much good stuff out of this.
If it wasn't for being a comedian, same thing. I often feel that. That's why,
like, social media.
Yeah, people always. I'm like, yeah, that's why I don't have a lot of social media because I'm like, I've always been paranoid of it. But because of comedy, I have to be out there. Yeah. It's been kind of a cool thing. I'm like, I train myself to be an anti-CIA operative. Just out there constantly being like, oh, we don't post things online. Winky face. It's just like, what does that mean? But yeah, it's weird. But tattoo artists would be cool. We gotta figure out how to bring more weirdo people on.
Yeah, and like visual artists too. I mean, I think just creative people. It's just like, how do you make a thing? What's your process? How has that evolved over? That's just, I could talk about it all day. Forever,
we can.
So
next time, but it always starts with a bank robbery. Bank robbery first. That's how we fund our enterprise.
Yeah, it's very unstructured too. So it's always like, yeah, I feel like at the end of each one, I'm always like, oh yeah, what are we even?
Oh yeah.
But all right, thank you so much.
Peace out.
Bye. All right, bye.